Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to use multiple if statements, also called nested ifs in Google Sheets. By the end of this video, you'll know how to take a student's score and automatically assign a grade letter using a neat step-by-step formula. This is super useful for anyone who works with data that needs categorizing, and honestly, it's a game changer for teachers, managers, or anyone who loves making their spreadsheets smarter and more dynamic. Now, let's jump right in. Imagine you've got a simple student gradebook in Google Sheets. In one column, you have student names, and right next to that, you have their test scores. What we want is a third column that automatically fills in a grade letter, A, B, C, D, or F, based on those scores. Let's break this down. To accomplish this, we're going to use a nested if formula in Google Sheets. Don't worry if you've never used nested ifs before. At first glance, the formula might look a little intimidating, almost like a stack of Russian dolls, but I promise it's not as complicated as it seems once you get the hang of the structure. Here's our sample formula, which you can imagine typing into the first remark cell next to Alice's score. Equals if B2 greater or equal 90, A, if B2 greater or equal 80, B, if B2 greater or equal 70, C, if B2 greater or equal 60, D, F. Let's walk through what this is actually doing line by line. The formula starts by checking if the student's score in cell B2 is 90 or above. If it is, Google Sheets immediately gives them an A and stops right there. But if the score's lower, it moves on and asks, is it at least 80? If so, that's a B. If not, it keeps checking at least 70 for a C, at least 60 for a D. And if the score doesn't meet any of those thresholds, it's an F. Think of it as a funnel, where each step narrows down the possibilities until you land on the right category. Now, after you've typed this formula into the remark cell for the very first student, let's say Alice, who scored a 92, all you need to do is drag the formula down to fill the rest of the student's grades. Here's a little tip. Click the cell where you entered your formula, then hover over the bottom right corner until you see that little blue square. Click and drag it down to autofill the other cells. Google Sheets is smart enough to adjust the references, so each student gets the grade they earned based on their own score. Let's say Bob scored 85. The formula checks, is 85 greater than or equal to 90? No, so it checks the next condition. Is it at least 80? Yes, it is, so Bob gets a B. If Kathy has a 73, the formula steps through, not 90, not 80, but over 70, so she gets a C, and this continues for everyone else in your list. If you have a lot of students, this method saves a ton of time. Instead of typing grades by hand and potentially making mistakes, the formula consistently and instantly does the logic for you. And if you ever need to adjust your grading scale, you just change the numbers in the formula rather than editing each grade one at a time. That's really all there is to it. Nested if statements can look a bit tricky at first, but once you understand how they flow, they're incredibly useful for classifying data of all kinds, not just grades. You can use this technique for anything from performance ratings to project statuses and more. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a like to help more people find it. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if there's another Google Sheets trick you'd like me to cover. And don't forget to subscribe for more easy, practical tutorials like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.